challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Back to throw, it's Hurtado. Back open in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these were two conferences that pride themselves on that, going out and establishing the line of scrimmage. So, David, interesting X's and O's matchup here in this one.
Yeah, and it's always cool to have those measuring stick opponents. Like, once we start getting deeper in the season and start having the comparison game, well, you have a matchup, a big matchup of a Big Ten school versus an ACC school. This will be used in the college football playoff criteria.
From the gun on third down. He's going to run it. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Georgia sends out the punt team. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
They'll run it from the gun. Ran through the contact. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. After the strong run on second down, third down coming. Do they do it again? Looking to throw for it. And it's intercepted. A turnover from the defense. They got him down quickly after the pick, but he'd already made the biggest play, and they've got it at the 38.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again. Create some momentum. Just get a few first downs and I'm in scoring position.
Now on second down after the short completion. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Back to pass, it's Hurtado. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job on the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
looking to throw. And the pass is intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing it. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Trying to make magic on the scramble.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Line getting set on second down. The play action fake. Pockets, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Complete downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his...
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what's...
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Touchdown, Texas! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown 1 in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. To the air, it's Hurtado. Safe completion on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man down the middle. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
He's going to pass. Gets it out fast. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, I just lost yards on a screen play. How does that happen?
On second down, wants to throw. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Texas 7, Georgia 0.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. To the air, it's Hurtado. Pressure coming. And they fail to hook up on third down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And the ball will be down just outside the 30-yard line. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Looking to go up top on first down. He makes the connection. At the 45 on his way. Nothing but green ahead. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Dogs!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Lining up for the PAT. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. A first down for the offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's got an open man. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Looking to move it through the air. Pulls it in. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Going to try to get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
Yeah, the running back didn't get much here, but, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Flushed out of the pocket. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got it! Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple of yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, 1st and goal.
And the Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? This is a designed run. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line out front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Arizona State dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite quarterbacks from Jake Plummer to Brock Osweiler, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. At the 35, he's loose. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Motion from the offense. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. First down for this offense. He wants to throw. Quarterback moving. He chucks one out to the right. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
He's got it. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Hurtado. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
I tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, on 3rd and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Never a doubt. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Oh, he's going to go for the return. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
A safe call on the wide receiver screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He lobs one high down the left side. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away.
Texas.
And he's going to run it back. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Texas offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
To the air on first down. Moving out of the pocket. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Offense gets set for second down. Quarterback checking the play. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Feeling some heat. He'll try to do it himself.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. He'll pull it down. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. Tackled at the 45 after the 5-yard play. It's enough for the first down.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Now improvising. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when three-time All-American David Pollock played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
A washed-up old guy. I've heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant defenses, man, it's just big, physical guys up front. You think about the Jordan Davises and the Trayvon Walkers of the recent past, just guys that dominate a football game. You have to know where they're at on every snap.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the Longhorns send out the punt unit. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. And they'll mark this one at the 15-yard line. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On 1st down, here comes this offense. They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
Finds a crease at the 20. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
Man, it's so nice to have a weapon like this at quarterback. It dictates coverage. You want to play man-to-man? Everybody turns their back. Watch him pick him up, put him down, chew up yards, getting a big play down the field.
A strike downfield. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Dogs will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a 1st down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need.
And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. He'll try to take it back. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Texas!
And how about that play by this defense? Reading the running back, coming out of the backfield, breaking on the football, making the pick, and then walking himself into the end zone for a touchdown.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Scanning the field, it's Hurtado. Flips it out in the flat. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'd hope to get him in space, create running room, and there just wasn't anything there.
I love the third down, aggressive, in-your-face defense, not giving you any room to run down the field. Great job by the defense. They saw the throw, the quick pass, reacted to it, got him on the ground for a loss.
And the returner will be knocked down. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Texas 21, Georgia 10.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. They're working that left side. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Scrambling away. He felt the heat, trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two. Isn't the play-action fake supposed to make those guys take a half a beat before they come and destroy the quarterback?
Yes, trying to slow them down as much as possible, but it's predicated, too, on me reading that and me seeing it, and they didn't bite it at all. You better run the football effectively if you're going to run play-action, because they did not bite on the play-action faking.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Quarterbacks like this are what makes college football so special today. It seems like we see these unbelievably athletic quarterbacks all across the country, week in and week out, making plays like this. Guys that are true dual threats that can hurt you not only throwing it, but can hurt you running it as well.
Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn!
Yeah, and the offense putting up more points, and guess who's jacked up? This home crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
Texas, Georgia
So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Now 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Hurtado. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Hauls it in. He's loose down the left side. Past the 20. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And the defense lets the big tight end get behind him, and you could see it. When he saw his tight end streaking down the field, he knew he had to throw it up in the air, let him go make a play. He does it. Big play for this offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Texas.
Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback.
Will take over 1st and 10.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. He's looking to throw it. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Got his man downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And this defense has got to make a play, right? It's the 4th quarter. We're trailing. You know this offense, they're going to get conservative. They want to eat that clock. You got to bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to make plays. Got to get that football back.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he delivers the blow, and he's still running. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. This offense has a 2nd down play.
29 Philly.
Quarterback on the keeper. Still on his feet at the 45. Kept it, and he's past the marker. Great move there. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
You know, it's so unique to find quarterbacks that have these types of moves in the open field. You oftentimes find guys that can run very quickly straight line, but how about the shiftiness of this quarterback and the ability to make people miss? That's impressive.
The option look. He'll pitch it. Just plowing down the field. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty.
Texas.
They'll corral that squib kick just inside the 15. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking to throw, it's Hurtado. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost done.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Now the toss. He's loose. Headed to the end zone. Give him 88 yards rushing, and he's making his presence felt in this first game.
And that's the benefit to the run game. Keep pounding, keep pounding. Now you break one all the way down to the 2-yard line.
And don't stop it. Get down, get lined up quick, and give it to this dude again to go score a TD.
Touchdown, Longhorn! And the stomping has commenced.
And it's been more of the same in the second half of this offense, doing whatever they want. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent tonight.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it all in that last play.
Dropping back, it's Hurtado. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They want that clock to run. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Texas 56, Georgia 16.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wants to throw. It's Hurtado. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from. You try to.
And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He wants a big play here late. Pass on the way. It's picked off. And with that turnover, that'll finish the game.